point is you can see them approach with the cameras the way I have laid out there, but your mom had one camera in here and you wouldn't be able to see what they're doing in here. So if they're camping in here and living in here, whatever,
you can just see them approach.
You just see them approach, yeah.
Is this like a common hallway? I mean, is it a common way to access this building?
Yes, both sides will be common ways for people to access the buildings.
Okay. Okay.
And we have no receptionist down there.
No, that's why, you know, what we're going to do on these doors is we're going to probably make a keypad type thing for these doors.
Good.
Okay. So 2 cameras here, one on both ends, right, sir? I mean,
They're in there right now.
They're in there
oh, they're in
already.
there right now.
Yeah, there's a camera already in there. See it up in the corner?
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
we're just talking about outside now. So,
Got it.
John, I think your drawings are good. I think your question now to is it Gary?
Gary. Yes,
Gary, your question to Gary is, Gary, are we missing anything with John's drawing? Like,
Right, and where would we mount the
That's
cameras?
the question we're trying to answer here.
So I think the looking at these drawings, I think we're good. I mean, the thing about the camera shooting this way, this one here is just going to be shot and just hit the blind spot, correct? So I mean, right here.
Right, this blind spot. So we
Right.
cover this parking lot and anything that happens in the cars.
Right. So, okay.
A lot of times Gary, we get trucks that drive through here for pickup,
Could hit somebody.
and they clip the cars.
And there is there seems to be 2 points. I mean, there's like an entry or exit there. And,
Right. No, there's not one over here.
There's not one over there.
Just one right there.
Who's going to use Serena's?
So I think we're good. Yeah, I mean that thing's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
Yeah.
cameras. Yeah. But again, I mean, if you're trying to cover this whole parking lot, and there's something in the middle, that trailer.
That trailer's going to move at some point.
Okay.
Email directory.
So you're right.
I think it's just Monica Hajin.
I don't know. Yeah, I think you might be okay. I mean, the idea is that
sure about it.
if somebody's really going to come in and try to break into that place, you know, they're going to get picked up. They're going to see all these cameras around here and be like, I don't know if this is the right place to do it.
It's already installed on
That
the
in
computer.
itself will be
Yeah.
what's all
Yeah,
most of
absolutely.
it, right? Absolutely. You know, unless they're really smart and you know they think, oh, these cameras are not good enough resolution,
Yeah.
whatever. You know, but that's like the answer.
Let's walk this way, though. So I think, yeah, John's got a good idea, but just as a second option, like you saw those cameras over there on how they're mounted. If you wanted to, we could mount potentially one of those in front of the doors, because there's a whole set of doors on the back where people are coming in and out. But you know, if you're talking about resolution and really understanding who it was, you know, they've mounted them low. Is it easy to mount those and bring them in through?
Well, first of all, just because that they're doing it doesn't mean it's the right way, sir.
Right.
I don't know what kind of. I mean, the thing is that we thought it would be. We wanted to use those bullet cameras, and the reason for that was. A sprinkler system, or
Yeah, it's a drip system.
Yeah, it was just pouring out.
right. The thing about the bullet cameras we were talking about is it's got its own light source, and it could go like 150 feet.
Right.
Megapixel cameras are not very good in low light. They're actually pretty bad in low light settings, and you know you would need something that would be sensitive.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is like, so what John has, and obviously he's happy with those, but I was saying if you wanted to get, I'm not saying that these are what I want to mount on the sides, but I was saying is back here, didn't Susie say something about mounting another one to the front of the building? Or no?
No, she didn't say.
Oh, okay. So, like, what you were saying, Gary, is like we might not get. If this is here, does it make sense to mount one above that door that's similar to that, or no? You don't. That's just overkill. Or you don't really need it, or you don't need one in the corner that kind of broadcasts out here.
So if we had a camera on this end, and if you wanted to get facial recognition of this door, I don't think it won't be good enough because it'll be covering, it'll be a wide shot. If you wanted to see, make a recognition of the person's face, I would actually recommend one inside, possibly, or one outside.
I think we actually have one in that hallway.
Yeah, okay.
It's up on the lid, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
So there is one?
Yeah, it's up on the lid. It's up on the second floor looking down. But I can't see it.
Okay.
But we have one in there.
Okay. Yeah.
It's one of your 2 megapixels. It's just shooting right now.
Okay.
So I guess from that drawing, I'm covering the whole building. The only thing I was thinking about is if you ever want to talk to the neighbors to see if you didn't want to cut those cameras out from a cost reduction standpoint because they already have them. No, so we have our own cameras. And then the only other question was up in the front, the fact that people could walk in underneath and we can't see them anymore. And then the question was about this thing. This obstructs a bunch of view, right? So in this camera, if this camera's got me over here and I go back here, this camera's got me. Right? Gary's saying from here you're not going to get facial recognition. Right?
Well, you get driver's license. I mean,
license plates.
License plates.
Man, that's gonna be tough.
There's a pretty bright light shining down on us.
Well, yes, sir. Well, the thing about sir, is that it is the field of view, how wide of it
Right.
is.
It's going to be wide out by the time you get out to here.
It's also going to be what is called the angle. The angle of the camera vis-a-vis the license plate.
Yeah.
License plates are reflective. So, and I'm gonna
So a smart guy would have some sort of reflective material off it that allows you not to read it, right? That's like.
Well, actually, so I mean, okay, I've been doing this for 15 years, and I noticed that when somebody's trying to really break in, they cover up the plate.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Some of them are, most of them are not stupid. But the issue is this: is that okay? Here's the camera on this, it's like this, or it'll be like this, and the car is coming this way. So you can see that the camera is already going to be an angle. The car is here.
Right.
And the license plate is reflective. So the point is, the camera has a light, has one light source. It's hitting the license plate.
Reflecting the other way.
Is it reflecting back to here, or is it reflecting this way?
Gotcha.
So ideally, the best place to put a camera to capture the license plate is straight on, dead on, straightforward. In fact, if it was capturing this plate, it'll have a good chance. It's a pretty good angle.
Right.
It's pretty right dead on. And when I play with this in real life, the more dead on it is. If the camera ideally was right there, shooting this way, then it has a much better chance that it goes at a slight angle.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So that's the.
Well, we might catch their license plate coming in with the other camera, and we catch their license plate maybe leaving. But we probably capture the make and model of the car.
Yeah.
The other question is whether you would put one here and just shoot right down and get facial recognition, like Steve was saying above the door, right there, out here. So that was the only other thing. Is this has value, and our protecting right here. Right, guy comes in with bolt cutters.
Right.
That's the thing.
But you would get them coming in here. You would get them
You
there.
might not get
them
you
there.
would get if they pulled up a car all the way right from here and hopped out, you might not get their faces. If they're wearing hoods, you're not gonna get it. Right?
But you get the car.
You might get the car.
You get the make and model of the car.
Get the make and model of the car.
And remember, these things are moving at some point.
The trailers are.
Yeah. Trailers are going away.
We're gonna double stack in there? Is that what it's doing?
No, that whole side of the building is turning into a walk-in refrigerator.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
So, I think I mentioned this to you before. So, Vigilon's coming out with new stuff. One of the things that they have that's pretty cool is they have analytics. So, say you are concerned about somebody being here at after hours, or it can notify you if there's a person. It doesn't care if it's a car. I mean, if you care about a person but not a car, or or
It
a
doesn't do
dog.
that, right? It just recognizes somebody hit a spot and sends you an email.
You could do that, yes.
Oh, okay.
Right. But it'll basically the software is smart. So if a dog or a tumbleweed goes by, it sees it as motion, but it doesn't really care. But if it's a person type shape, basically, but it can tell if it's a person or if it's a car.
Yeah.
Then it can notify you.
And now, from our licensing perspective, are we? Do we have access to those upgrades in that version, or is it we'd have to pay for a different license for that?
So what it would require is upgrading your system from ACC4 to ACC5. It's a few $100 for $1.
Right.
It's less than 300. So it's just a one-time licensing for the whole server.
Right.
So that's the first thing. I guess the drawback of that is the ACC5 looks very different. I think we might have talked this over before. It's very different from ACC4.
Right.
So some people are
Don't
used
like
to
it.
it. I think they'll hate it. That's my opinion. I mean, and the way I think of ACC5 is, there's this new trend in computers to streamline everything. Like if you see Internet Explorer, Chrome, before you would have file, edit, view, tool, help on it. There's like a menu on top. Now it's all gone. It's just like one, what they call a hamburger menu right there.
Right.
Like, that's the only menu. That's how Vigilon is trying to move, the software towards. So all those things are gone.
Right. Well, I think definitely notifications from the system. Like I use that drop cam, and I like the notifications out of there. Right. That's.
And you can do that already currently with your system right now. It's possible to do notifications through email.
Okay.
Or via text, just it's not supported system, but there's a way to do that.
Right. I get emails when the cameras go down and come up. I get that, but so I can actually go into the area and there's activity during a certain time frame at night. I can, but it's not whether it's a person or not. It's any motion.
Any motion, which is a real pain in the butt.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to turn that
Yeah.
off. Yeah. Okay. So unless we have any other. The cameras that we have seem like they're pretty reasonable. So if there's any stuff that you need to do to look around for like an estimate.
I think you had a question about the server capacity.
Oh yeah, if we want to take a look at that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can go to that.
Yeah. Okay.